All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. My name's Austin. Great day to be involved in cryptocurrency. The price of Bitcoin right now, we are pumping. 2 days ago, the price of Bitcoin was 7,400, and as of late last night, we popped up to 10,400. That's an over $2,000 gain. These are literally historic gains. While the price of Bitcoin seems to be mellowing out around 9,400 at the moment, now is the time to pay attention. Watch today's entire video to get the most value because I want to answer two questions. What caused this pump? And just how much farther do we have to go? Because like always, let me put this in perspective. Bitcoin has moved up over 42% today, yesterday. This is the fourth largest gain since 2011 if we're talking about daily returns, and the 15th largest gain if we're talking about 2-day returns in history since 2013. Thank you, China. Thank you, President of China, the true crypto dad. And while Alex says this as a little joke, many people are attributing this recent bullish action to the president of China, who just came on record yesterday announcing that China should seize opportunity and adopt blockchain. Obviously a huge green flag for the crypto space in general, because while my president, Donald Trump, is bashing cryptocurrency, closing America's doors to cryptocurrency, the president is announcing publicly China wants this opportunity. Now, whether it's China, whether it's Russia, whether it's Edward Snowden, or whether it's what I think, something else entirely, we are going to get to all this. Like I said, watch the entire video today. Let me just throw a bit more perspective at you. Because this last year, the fundamentals for Bitcoin have never been stronger. The news for Bitcoin has never been more positive. But many of you were asking, well, where's the price action to match? Well, if we look at the price action for the last year, wow, this looks pretty positive to me. This was that pump we saw yesterday. I'll say it, this could realistically be the beginnings of a little 2019 Bitcoin rally. Because it's October, going into November, and traditionally, September, October is traditionally when we see these little end of the year rallies. If we look back on 2015, it was really at the beginnings of October we rallied to the end of the year. 2016, wow, I'd say beginning of September, rallied to the end of the year, and of course, we all remember 2017. Honestly, past performance does not dictate future performance. We all remember 2018. And also we have the halving coming up in about 200 days. Only happens once every 4 years. So I think we're gearing up for something special. You tell me, let me know down below in the comments. The minute I get any additional information, I'm going to make a video. So hit subscribe. You do not want to miss one of our daily updates. But before we discuss just how high Bitcoin could possibly go, let's talk about why we saw the pump today. Obviously, huge green flag coming out of China for Bitcoin and crypto in general. Quite possibly it could be the censorship that's about to happen with Russia right now. Russia is about to test their ability to disconnect their citizens from the internet and implement their own controlled, centralized, in-country internet. And while this has nothing to do with Bitcoin specifically, this has a lot to do with citizens searching for a way out of government control. And this new internet is going to be the nascent RUNET, Russian internet, is meant to allow the country to survive an attack and Putin to monitor and control the population. So this is the test they'll be implementing. The test will begin after November 1st, reoccur at least annually, and possibly more frequently. And it is the latest move in a series of technical and policy steps intended to allow the Russian government to cut its citizens off from the rest of the world. Now, Russia is painting this as a protection. But again, Russia has a large population, and I assume many of their citizens are looking for a way out. Edward Snowden, he tweeted this probably 12 hours ago. This picture right here. What does this mean to Bitcoiners, to cryptocurrency coiners? Well, what Snowden tweeted out to his 4 million followers, is a reference to this anonymous account who has been pretty dead on with their predictions for all of 2019 and is predicting we'll end October with a 16,000 Bitcoin. Who knows? Obviously, this is just some dude who doesn't really know, even though his predictions have been pretty accurate. But Snowden's watching. Snowden's waiting. I like that. Now, is Snowden causing these last few days pump? I don't know. You tell me down below in the comments. Something that I found, which I like, and not a lot of other channels do not show you this information. This channel will always bring you this information. Yesterday, $324 million in Bitcoin shorts were wrecked on BitMEX, possibly the biggest short squeeze in Bitcoin history. This chart, I like this chart. This chart really illustrates the amount of people who are betting Bitcoin was going to go lower from 7,400, who are shorting Bitcoin, and all these people got wrecked as Bitcoin's price kept going up. In fact, the amount of shorts that got liquidated were so great in number that it literally killed this bot. This is a Twitter bot that tweets out every single time a short gets liquidated, and as of late last night, bot is now over the daily status update limit from Twitter. So it tweeted so much about how many people were getting wrecked that Twitter shut him down. That's how many people got liquidated. And again, shorts are bad. They can bring down the market. Shorts can also bring up the market. Which brings us to our main question. Is this price right now sustainable? If it is, how much farther up do we have to go? And is this, even though we just pumped, is this a good time to buy Bitcoin? Well, first off, is this sustainable? Something that I like, right now we shot past up the 200-day moving average, which is a big deal because usually the price stays above the 200 MA every time Bitcoin's in a bull market. Now, when we broke out of this descending triangle, we shot under the 200 MA. A lot of people were crying bear market. We shot back up. If we can sustain this, then I think this is a really bullish sign. Which brings us to our second question. Is now a good time to buy Bitcoin, even though the pump has already begun? Well, let's take a look at the Mayer multiple. Just a reminder, the Mayer multiple is calculated by dividing the Bitcoin's price by the 200-day moving average. And historically, if you would have bought Bitcoin anywhere below, I'd say a 0.6, 0.7, historically, that was a great time to buy Bitcoin. And anything above a 1.8 or a 2, not the best time to buy Bitcoin, although in the last 10 years, any time would have been a good buy. If we take a look at where the Mayer multiple is right now, this actually hasn't updated yet since the pump. Actually, right now, more specifically, the Mayer multiple is around a little bit over 1, and 1 means that Bitcoin is still fairly valued. Of course, it might have been even more fairly valued at 0.8. Now it's 1. But according to the Mayer multiple, today would be a great time to get involved in Bitcoin based off the 200-day moving average. Last thing I'll leave you with before we get to a little bit of news, we check out real 24-hour volume. Volume is up, which is a good sign. It was trending below less than, it was in the 100 millions instead of the billions. Now we're back up to 2 billion. So this is a metric I'm going to be watching closely. If we get any odd or specific movements, I'll inform you. I'll let you know. But right now, volume's looking good. What do you think? Guys, if you got any value, give the video a like. Let's get this information out to as many people as possible. And also subscribe to the channel. I have 3 pieces of news. The first one, Binance has partnered with CHAINLINK for next generation DeFi applications. Apparently, Binance is a big believer in DeFi, and CZ's exchange, Binance, is to share its potential data with DeFi apps. And as you know, CHAINLINK is that link between smart contract platforms, between blockchains, and external data, which is needed if you want to use a blockchain in business. Cryptocurrency exchange operator Binance has announced a new collaboration with CHAINLINK. The partnership will see Binance connecting its crypto data to other blockchain platforms. So this is huge green flag for CHAINLINK. Honestly, Binance is a major player in the space. They could have chose multiple cryptocurrencies. They chose CHAINLINK to link it up. Next piece of news. Is XRP a security? Now, we've covered this question almost to a nauseam on this channel, but somebody directly asked the head of the SEC. I want to give you his direct quote. During a question and answer session at FinTech Week 2019, an audience member asked Jay Clayton, chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, if/when the commission will rule on XRP. This is exactly what he said. We don't comment on specific enforcement matters or whether matters are under review. It would be inappropriate to do so. What I will say is on enforcement matters generally, there are a number of factors that go into the assessment of any remedial action. So what are these number of factors that they're looking for with cryptocurrencies like the SEC? Well, one of the matters that you think about is how much of the conduct occurs inside or outside of the United States, investor losses, those type of things. And in terms of any particular product, yeah, I'm just not in a position to comment, but I appreciate the sentiment underlying your question, which is understood. So, XRP is in and out of the United States. They've had investor gains and losses, so we'll see, but direct quote from the SEC chairman, pretty interesting. Last piece of news, Justin Sun, in his usual form, announced a partnership, although we have no details. Tron will partner with a $100 billion mega corporation next week. This is his exact tweet. And it got people, and he ended it with make a guess. So again, a lot of sizzle here. I want more stake. And again, this could be big, but I need to see it. I don't know what he wants me to do with make a guess. People did make a guess based on a lot of different factors. Many people are guessing it's a partnership with Samsung, which definitely could be big, but we'll see. If we get something concrete, that's when I'll inform you. But that is the video for today. If you do not follow us on Twitter, I highly suggest you do. That's where you're going to get the most up-to-date announcements, partnerships, all that stuff. But guys, enjoy the weekend. Like always, I'll see you tomorrow.